This Hungry Churchyard is a play that I've written. I think is the most recent play written out of the collection. It's the first. It was the first scene that I wrote of what ended up being a longer play called These Violent Delights, which is a continuation of Romeo and Juliet, except this one's written totally in rhyming verse, and there's zombies. So This Hungry Churchyard is my lust play, and it opens with Rosaline and Benvolio bemoaning the loss of Romeo and Juliet. It's set 3 days after the end of Romeo and Juliet. And one's assumption is that Rosaline, who was supposed to meet Romeo the day that he first saw Juliet and fell in love with her, that Rosaline is deeply in love with Romeo, and that Benvolio comes out, and the assumption is that he was deeply in love with Juliet. The initial reveal is they've actually both been in love with Romeo their entire lives, and they've come here with a magic elixir to bring him back to life. They had no idea that each other were involved. It's a silly approach because the rhymes and the rhyming verse does add some complication to how they talk. But it's a lot of fun. They ultimately decide to bring Romeo back to life and let him choose who is going to be his companion forever. But something goes wrong, and he becomes a brainless zombie, and he kills them both, which is just my sense of humor. So it's a fun play to start the collection with. And then, as you can imagine, the full-length play is now the zombie apocalypse has been unleashed upon Verona, and then other Shakespearean characters, both from Romeo and Juliet and other plays, have to figure out how to stop that. So, and that play's been it's been really well taken care of in a lot of different places. It was produced at Short and Sweet Dublin last year, where it won Best Playwright, Best Director, Best Actor in a Male Role, Best Actor in a Female Role, and an honorary role for Best Corpse, because there was an actor who played Juliet who didn't move for 10 minutes, and she was great. And it's been had a number of readings and been produced a few times, also in LA and elsewhere. And I think people have just been drawn to I mean, it's got a big concept attached to it, and if you're a Shakespeare fan like I am, it speaks to that, and there's some insider stuff for Shakespeare folks. It's also teenagers. I don't think it's ever actually been played by teenagers, although I would love to see that. I think that's a very underestimated and under-realized version of Romeo and Juliet, how young our two heroes, hero and heroine, are. But that's been a lot of fun. I feel like it's a pretty easy play to understand and produce. I don't know how zoomable it is, but it's certainly fun on stage. So Seven Deadly Tens is available at originalworkspublishing.com and also Amazon. And Original Works can also handle all of the licensing if you're interested in producing any or all of the plays. They're really great folks. They'll take good care of you.